3 months ago, my coworker accused me of sexually harassing her on a business trip. HR called me into a termination meeting. I was sweating, panicking, convinced my career was over. Then I remembered, I film everything for my travel vlogs. Today, she's unemployed, blacklisted in our industry, and facing a lawsuit. Here's how a camera saved my life. My name's Jake. I'm 29, and I work as a regional sales manager for a mid-sized tech company in Austin. It's a good job, decent pay, travel opportunities, solid team. I'm the kind of guy who keeps his head down, does the work, goes home. Nothing flashy. But I have one quirk. I'm obsessed with travel vlogging. Nothing professional, just a hobby. Every business trip, I film everything. Hotel lobbies, coffee shops, conference centers, my rental car dashboard rants about airport security. I've got maybe 300 subscribers on YouTube. My mom watches every video. It's wholesome, boring content. Jake's business adventures, riveting stuff. In September 2024, I met Rebecca. She joined our sales team as a senior account executive. Mid-30s, confident, charismatic. Everyone loved her immediately. She had this way of commanding a room. Funny, sharp, always knew the right thing to say. Within 2 weeks, she was basically running team meetings. We got along fine. Professional, friendly. She'd occasionally comment on my vlogs. She'd seen my YouTube channel on my LinkedIn. "That's so cute, Jake," she said once, laughing. "You film everything, huh?" I shrugged. "Helps me remember the trips. Plus, my mom loves it." She smiled. "That's actually really sweet." In early November, we got assigned to the same conference in Denver, a 3-day sales summit. Rebecca, me, and 2 other colleagues, Marcus and Jennifer. We'd attend workshops, network, represent the company. Standard stuff. I packed my camera gear like always. Rebecca saw me filming in the airport terminal. "Still at it?" she asked. "Always," I said. She laughed. "You're dedicated. I respect that." I had no idea that camera would become the most important thing I owned. The Denver trip was uneventful. We attended panels, grabbed group dinners, networked at the hotel bar. Rebecca was her usual self, charming, professional. On the second night, the 4 of us had drinks in the lobby. I filmed a quick snippet for my vlog. Day 2 in Denver, team's crushing it. Rebecca waved at the camera. Marcus photobombed. Normal stuff. But looking back, there were tiny moments. At dinner, Rebecca sat next to me, laughed a bit too loud at my jokes. I didn't think much of it. She was friendly with everyone. Once she touched my arm while talking. Again, nothing alarming, just friendly. On the flight home, she barely spoke to me. Sat 3 rows back, headphones in. I figured she was tired. We all were. The following Monday, she was cold. No good morning, no coffee chat. I thought maybe I'd said something wrong, but I couldn't remember what. By Wednesday, she was actively avoiding me. If I entered the break room, she'd leave. Weird, but I didn't push it. People have bad weeks. Friday afternoon, 4:47 p.m. I got a calendar invite from HR. Urgent meeting. Monday, 9 a.m. Jake, Rebecca, HR Director Linda, Legal Counsel. My stomach dropped. I immediately messaged my manager. "What's this about?" He responded in 2 minutes. "Can't discuss. Attend the meeting." I spent the weekend spiraling. What had I done? Missed a deadline? Expense report issue? I went through every email, every interaction. Nothing. Monday morning, I walked into that conference room shaking. Linda from HR sat across from me, stone-faced. Next to her, a lawyer I'd never met. Rebecca sat at the far end of the table, eyes red, tissue in hand. Linda opened a folder. "Jake, Rebecca has filed a formal complaint alleging that you sexually harassed her during the Denver trip. Specifically, she claims you made unwanted advances in her hotel room on November 8th, touched her inappropriately, and made sexually explicit comments." The room tilted. That's insane. I was never in her hotel room. We were barely alone together. Rebecca looked up, tears streaming. "You're really going to lie? You came to my room at 11 p.m. You said I looked sexy in my dress. You tried to kiss me. I had to push you away. I felt like I was drowning. That never happened. I swear to God, that never happened. Linda's face was granite. Rebecca has a detailed account. She's provided timestamps, descriptions of your clothing, text messages she sent to a friend that night describing the incident. I didn't do this, I repeated, voice cracking. I don't know why she's saying this, but it's not true. The lawyer leaned forward. Jake, we take these allegations extremely seriously. Given the severity and detail of Rebecca's account, we're placing you on immediate administrative leave pending investigation. You'll need to surrender your laptop and badge today. Rebecca sobbed quietly. She was good. Really good. I stood up, legs weak. What? This is a mistake. I can prove it. Linda shook her head. We'll be in touch. I walked out of that building convinced my life was over. Harassment allegation, career ending, reputation destroyed. Even if I was cleared, the stain would remain. I sat in my car for 20 minutes, hands shaking, trying to breathe. Then I remembered. I film everything. That first week was hell. I couldn't eat, couldn't sleep. I kept replaying the meeting, Rebecca's tears, Linda's cold stare. I'd never been accused of anything in my life. I'm the guy who holds doors open, who says, "Excuse me," too much. And now I was a predator. I told my parents. My mom cried. My dad asked if I needed a lawyer. I said probably. The company hadn't fired me yet, but administrative leave felt like a countdown to termination. I started Googling false harassment accusations, how to defend yourself, career recovery after allegations. Every article was bleak. I felt powerless. It was her word against mine, and she had tears, timestamps, texts to a friend. I had nothing, or so I thought. 6 days into my suspension, I was lying on my couch staring at the ceiling when my phone buzzed. YouTube notification. New comment on Denver Sales Summit, Day 2. Vlog. I'd forgotten I'd even posted that video. I opened YouTube. The comment was from a random user. "Lol, your coworker in the background looks so done with you." I clicked the video. There I was, filming in the hotel lobby at 9:47 p.m. on November 8th. Behind me, Rebecca, Marcus, and Jennifer were sitting at the bar, laughing. I watched the whole 6-minute video. Then I checked the timestamp Rebecca claimed I was in her room. 11 p.m. Wait. I opened my laptop. I'd filmed more that night. I always do. I found the raw footage folder from Denver. November 8th, 10:58 p.m. A 2-minute clip of me in my hotel room, rambling to the camera about the day's workshops, still in my conference clothes. I filmed myself brushing my teeth at 11:04 p.m. I was in my room. Alone. Provably. My hands were shaking. This was it. Proof. But I kept digging. I checked my other footage. November 8th, 11:17 p.m. I'd filmed a stupid bit in the hotel hallway. Me pretending to be a sports commentator reviewing the vending machine options. Idiotic content. But the timestamp was burned into the video file metadata. And in the background you could see the hallway. Empty. No one knocking on doors. No Rebecca. I cross-referenced her claim. She said I came to her room at 11 p.m. She was on the 6th floor. I was on the 4th. My footage showed me on the 4th floor at 11:17 p.m. Alone. Talking to a camera about overpriced Pringles. I was building a timeline. But I wanted more. I went through every second of footage from that trip. November 9th, 8:32 a.m., breakfast buffet. I'd filmed a quick pan of our team table. Rebecca was there, laughing, chatting with Marcus. She looked completely normal, not traumatized, not uncomfortable. She even smiled at my camera. If I'd assaulted her 12 hours earlier, would she be casually eating pancakes with me? Then I found the smoking gun. November 9th, 6:14 p.m., airport terminal. I'd filmed our group waiting at the gate. Rebecca walked up to me, on camera, and said, "Hey Jake, thanks for being such a great team player this trip. Let's crush Q4 together." She fist bumped me, on camera, smiling. I watched it 5 times. This woman, who claimed I'd harassed her the night before, was fist bumping me, thanking me, smiling. Bingo. I compiled everything. 10:58 p.m. Me in my room, alone. 11:04 p.m. Me brushing my teeth in my room. 11:17 p.m. Me in the fourth floor hallway, alone. Next morning, Rebecca acting completely normal. Airport, Rebecca thanking me, fist bumping me, smiling. I had timestamps, metadata, video evidence. She'd lied, completely. And I could prove it. But why? Why would she do this? I started Googling her name. LinkedIn, Facebook, Twitter. Then I found an old Reddit thread from 2022. A guy claiming a woman named Rebecca Chen, her last name, had falsely accused him of harassment at a previous company in Seattle. He'd been fired. She'd been promoted. I cross-checked. Same person. Same pattern. She was a serial false accuser, and I had the receipts. I could have gone straight to HR with the footage, cleared my name, moved on, but that wouldn't be enough. Rebecca had tried to destroy me. She'd done this before. She'd do it again. I needed to expose her completely. I called a lawyer, an employment attorney named David. I showed him everything. The videos, the metadata, the Reddit thread. He leaned back in his chair and whistled. This is airtight. You're not just innocent, you can prove malice. False accusations, defamation, potential fraud. We can bury her. What do I do? I asked. Let her dig deeper, he said. Request a formal hearing. Let her commit to her story under oath or official record. Then we present the evidence. She'll have no escape. I loved it. I emailed HR. I request a formal investigative hearing with all parties present. I have evidence that will fully exonerate me. Linda responded within an hour. Hearing scheduled for November 29th. I had 2 weeks to prepare. I organized every video file, every timestamp, every piece of metadata. I created a timeline document. I printed stills from the footage. I contacted the Reddit user. He agreed to provide a written statement about his experience with Rebecca. I was ready. The night before the hearing, I barely slept. What if the metadata was questioned? What if they said the videos were edited? What if Rebecca had some counter evidence I hadn't anticipated? What if they didn't believe me anyway? I stared at the ceiling, heart pounding. This was my career, my reputation, my life. If this didn't work, I was done. But then I thought about Rebecca's face in that first meeting. The fake tears, the calculated performance. She'd tried to destroy me for no reason except her own advancement. I wasn't backing down. November 29th, 9 a.m. Same conference room. Linda, the lawyer, Rebecca, me, my attorney David, and the company's CEO, who'd been brought in given the severity. Rebecca looked confident. She'd probably assumed I had nothing. Linda started. Jake, you requested this hearing. Present your defense. David opened his laptop. We have video evidence that categorically disproves every element of Ms. Chen's accusation. Rebecca's face flickered. Just for a second. David played the footage. 10:58 p.m. Me in my room. 11:04 p.m. Brushing my teeth. 11:17 p.m. Hallway vending machine bit. Then the breakfast footage. Then the airport fist bump. As you can see, David said, Jake was in his own room during the alleged incident. He was never on the 6th floor. He was never in Ms. Chen's room. And the following day, Ms. Chen showed no signs of distress. In fact, she thanked him and initiated physical contact. The room was silent. Linda turned to Rebecca. Do you have a response? Rebecca's hands were shaking. He must have edited those videos. Deep fake or something. David smiled. We've had the metadata independently verified by a digital forensics expert. The timestamps are authentic. The files are unaltered. Additionally, we've discovered that Ms. Chen made a similar false accusation at her previous employer in Seattle in 2022. We have a witness statement. He slid the document across the table. Rebecca stood up. This is insane. You're all going to believe some random videos over a victim? The CEO spoke for the first time. Ms. Chen, you're terminated effective immediately. We'll be referring this matter to our legal team for potential civil action. Please leave the building. Rebecca's face went white. She looked at me, then at Linda, then back at me. You recorded everything? I met her eyes. I told you. I film everything. She grabbed her bag and walked out. 3 days later, I got a call from Linda. Rebecca had been fired. The company was issuing a formal apology to me. They were offering me a promotion and a settlement for the distress caused. And they were pursuing legal action against Rebecca for fraud and defamation. I accepted. A week after that, I got a message from the guy in Seattle. Rebecca had been fired from 2 other companies for similar accusations. Word was spreading in the industry. She was blacklisted. The dominoes had fallen. 2 months later, I was at a Starbucks near my office. I was scrolling through my phone when I heard a voice. Jake. Rebecca. She looked exhausted. No makeup, hair pulled back, dark circles under her eyes. I wanted to say, I'm sorry, she said quietly. I don't know why I did it. I don't know. I'm sorry. I looked at her for a long moment. You tried to destroy my life. For what? A promotion? She didn't answer. She just turned and walked away. I didn't feel triumphant, just tired. I'm now a senior director at my company. I got the promotion, the raise, the apology. My YouTube channel blew up after I posted a carefully edited video about the experience. I'm at 47,000 subscribers now. I still film everything. Always will. She's unemployed, blacklisted in our industry, facing a civil lawsuit from my company and a potential criminal investigation for fraud. Her LinkedIn is deleted. Her social media is gone. She vanished. She lost everything she'd built on lies. Last week, I got a LinkedIn message request. I almost deleted it. Then I saw the name, Rebecca Chen. The message, I'm trying to rebuild my career. I saw you're hiring for your team. Would you consider giving me a reference? I know I don't deserve it, but I'm desperate. I stared at it for a full minute. Then I blocked her. Rebecca, if you're watching this video, invest in a camera. You never know when the truth might matter. Have a great day. And to everyone else, like this video, subscribe to the channel, and remember, document everything. The truth always wins. Sometimes it just needs a little 4K footage to help it along.